Greetings of the day. Outcomes for today's session are: learners will understand the introduction of accounting. They will be able to know the different types of accounting. Learners will understand the meaning of cost accounting, and learners will also know about the various important terms used in cost accounting. Accounting. Now, what is accounting? Before we go further, we should first know what is accounting. Accounting is the language of business. So as we communicate with each other with a language, similarly, if we have to understand about a business, we need to understand accounting. That is the reason accounting is called as the language in which we can communicate about the business. So this accounting serves the purpose of providing all information relating to the activities of a business. It tells us everything about the business. And the information which accounting is providing about the business, this information is required by the shareholders, by the creditors, by the managers of the company, the debenture holders, the tax authorities, and many other such people. So we can understand how important accounting is. And then on the basis of the type of accounting information and the purpose for which such information is used, accounting may be divided into three different categories. So let us see what are these three categories. These three categories are called as financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. So we all are familiar with financial accounting. What is financial accounting? Financial accounting is the one which records, classifies, summarizes the financial events and transactions, and then it makes interpretations and analysis of those transactions, and then communicates the results to the people who must make decisions or form judgments. That means financial accounting is related only to financial transactions. It will record all the transactions in the form of a journal. It will classify all transactions in the form of a ledger. It will summarize the transactions in the form of a trial balance. And from all these three together, it will analyze and interpret these transactions in the form of a profit and loss account and the balance sheet, and these results will be communicated to all the people who need to take certain important decisions or they need to form certain judgments. So the main objective of this financial accounting is to prepare the profit and loss account so that it can show the net profit or loss in the business during the year, and also to prepare the balance sheet which shows the financial position of the company at a point of time. So we are clear with what financial accounting is. It is only related to preparing P&L account and the balance sheet. So earlier days, people were all satisfied with this financial accounting because they were very happy when they could know whether they are earning profits or they are incurring losses during a particular year. They did not want to know more. So at that time, financial accounting was sufficient. But then human beings' inquisitiveness increased. Now they wanted to know why they have earned profit or why have they incurred losses. So when the question why cropped up, the inquisitiveness increased and they tried to find out the reasons behind it. Now the profit of any organization can be increased either through increase in sales or through the reduction of cost. Because we all know profit is the difference between the selling price and the cost price. So either we increase the sales to increase our profit, or the second thing is we reduce our cost to increase our profit. Now increasing sales is not in the hands of the business. It also is not completely in the hands of the business, as it depends upon the market conditions, the conditions of demand and supply. But the other thing which is reducing cost. So now the business organization started focusing on the policy of reduction of cost, because increasing sales was little difficult. So then they started focusing on the policy of reducing cost. Now if they had to, when they started focusing on the policy of reduction of cost, then a new system of accounting called the cost accounting came. Because if they had to reduce the cost, the first thing which they had to understand is how is the cost of the product made up. And financial accounting was not giving them this information. Financial accounting is giving the information only about the profit earned or the loss incurred and the balance sheet position. It is not showing us how is the cost of this product ascertained. So that is the reason the second branch of accounting called the cost accounting came up. So now what is cost accounting? It is that branch of accounting which specializes in the ascertainment of cost of products and services. So it tells us how the cost of a product is made up of. For example, if you take a pen, cost accounting will help you to know how the cost of this pen is made up of. So what all are the parts of cost due to which the pen is made up of. So the cost accounting also deals with classification, computation and analysis of cost on different bases. So it will tell us the different types of cost. It will tell us how to analyze each part of the cost according to different bases. Moreover, cost accounting also provides useful information to the managers, the employees, the government and all other users. Please remember here, cost accounting is more useful for the internal members in the organization, because they are the ones who are going to make judgments about the organization. So cost accounting is the branch which will help us in the ascertainment of the cost of product and services. Now let us look into the third part of accounting, which is called as the management accounting. Now people earlier were satisfied with financial accounting, but their inquisitiveness increased and then came up cost accounting. Now the third branch of accounting also came up. Now what is management accounting? This accounting is the presentation of accounting information in such a way so as to assist the management in the creation of policy and in day-to-day operations of an understanding. So it is that branch of accounting which deals with the presentation and providing accounting information to the management in a systematic way so that it can perform its management functions related to planning, controlling and decision making in an effective and efficient manner. So whatever is the information generated through financial accounting and cost accounting, management accounting will collect all this information and it will present this information to the management in simple terms so that the management can understand it easily, and then with that information they can perform their functions of planning and controlling and also decision making. So now we have understood that there are three branches of accounting. Financial accounting, which deals only with the preparation of profit and loss account in the balance sheets. Cost accounting, which deals with the ascertainment of cost. And management accounting, which helps in the decision making process of the business. Let us now move to the next topic, which is dealing about the important terms in cost accounting. So the major terms here are cost, costing, cost accounting and cost accountancy. So we will just see the difference among each of them. First, let us see what is meant by cost. What do you think cost is? Cost is just an amount of expenditure which we are incurring on a product. In simple terms, it is the amount of resource which is given up in exchange for some goods or services. So if I am manufacturing a book. The expenditure incurred to manufacture that book is called the cost of the book. So the resources given up here are money or money's equivalent, which are expressed in the monetary terms. So anything which I am taking in exchange for manufacturing that book, and it should be measured in terms of money or money's worth. So according to the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants of London, they define cost as amount of expenditure which is actual or notional, incurred on or attributable to a specified thing or activity. So the institute gives a simple definition of cost, that it is the amount of expenditure which is either actual or notional and which is incurred on or which is attributable to a specified thing or activity. For a consumer, cost means the price which he is paying for the product. But for the management of the organization, cost means the expenditure incurred for producing that product or rendering the service. Example of cost, you can take it like cost of a pen, cost of a fan, cost of a table, anything. We'll move ahead to the next important term, which is costing. Now we know that cost is the expenditure for a product. Now what is costing? Costing is the technique or process of ascertaining the cost. So how will we calculate the cost of making the product? That is costing. It is the technique or the process for ascertaining the cost. In simple terms, it means cost finding by any process or techniques. These techniques might consist of the principles and rules which govern the procedure of ascertaining costs. So there are certain principles and rules of how the cost of a product should be calculated, and costing consists of these principles and rules of how we can calculate the cost of a product. Now we come to the next term, which is cost accounting. So what do we mean by cost accounting? Cost accounting is that branch of accounting which deals with the classification, recording and allocation and reporting of current and prospective cost. It is actually calculation of cost according to the double entry system of accounting. So it shows us the complete picture. It will help us in recording, classifying, allocating the cost and reporting of these current and prospective cost. Now when you say classifying, recording and allocation of expenditure, right, for the determination of cost of products and services and for the presentation of suitably arranged data for the purposes of control and guidance. So cost accounting will help us in doing all this. It also includes ascertainment of cost of every job or process or contract or service. It deals with the entire thing. It might be cost of production, cost of selling and distribution, cost of advertising, everything. It is also the process of accounting for cost from the point at which the expenditure is incurred to the establishment of its ultimate relationship with cost centers and cost units. So if I have to explain in simple terms, cost accounting is that branch of accounting which calculates the cost of a product from the beginning till the end. And it does it in the form of double entry system. It records, it classifies, it allocates, and then it reports the whatever is the current cost and the prospective cost. And now we come to the last one, which is cost accountancy. Now cost accountancy is the entire subject matter. It implies application of costing and cost accounting principles, methods and techniques to the science, art and practice of cost control and the ascertainment of profitability. If I have to tell in simple terms, cost accountancy is the science, art and practice of a cost accountant. So it deals with the entire subject matter of costing. It will apply all the costing and cost accounting principles and help the cost accountant in completing the information and presenting the information derived therefrom for the purpose of managerial decision making. So now we understand the major meaning of the terms cost, costing, cost accounting and cost accountancy. So that's it for the current session. Thank you.